Yes, this should do. This goes here. That goes there. Cage triggered. This is a nice spot. Yes, this goes here. Found my wire. Cage triggered. My eyes are down. Caught one.
Give them no ground.
whatever.
We're on stream, by the way. On stream. Thank you very much for being very patient with us here at the ESPN. Powered by HyperX, not by VMix. My name is Ardo Cal. Alongside me is David Simo Rabinovich. David, very happy to have you here to cast this tournament, be my partner in crime for this tournament. We are jumping right into the action. 4-0 right now in favor of Team Mirage. They had an excellent game 1 against a very game Team 6 who came to play, and that scoreline of 13-6 in game number 1 is a little misleading because they were definitely competitive in many of the rounds.
Yeah, and I just have to quickly comment that you can't really fly a plane without a little turbulence, so I'm glad that we're back, and I'm glad that we're able to hop right into the action as Team Heroes, now the competitor up against Team Mirage, are looking to potentially push in through Courtyard, but Brax and friends are looking to dissuade them with some utility.
You're dead!
And you can see Brax, he's been in this position for several rounds now with the Omen. Once again, played Omen in game number 1 as well. A 4-0 advantage for Team Mirage as the defenders. Team Heroes will be attacking. Team Heroes were able to dispatch Team Rift 13-1. Not much information there, but I will say this. We will be casting the next matchup between Team Mirage and Team Rift as well. And I'm just going to cheer for Team Rift. I'm just going to be a Team Rift stand. I want them to pick up some rounds. I'm going to cheer like they just won Worlds. It's going to be amazing.
Well, the match that we're in right now, Mirage up against Heroes, we are seeing a little bit of a fight as Brax is looking to flank around, and Emongg going to get taken down by Brax in a 5-0 start here for Mirage. And I'm hoping that Team Rift will also have a 5-0 start up against Team Mirage, but we'll obviously have to see.
I'm very happy that this matchup is not being played on Bind. Thank you very much. Special thanks to Gale for banning Bind pre-match. Of course, each team gets to ban a map. Game 1 and Game 2 were played on Bind. This one is played on Haven. I personally like the 3-site map. What about you, Timo?
I think it creates a lot of opportunities to try to push and try to gather a little bit of information. But when you have an agent like Cypher, you can just have Ska here who's holding down long, has the spy cam available to him, and for Team Heroes that means, hey, let's push through B, let's push through Courtyard, and then if none of the utility works, we can rotate over to A or rotate over to C. And holding those doors is probably the most pivotal point because from there you can transition to B or to C. But there's a lot of ways that you can play this map, and Team Heroes just trying to figure out that.
Get out of my way!
So Brax playing this garage door area repeatedly. That is his loft, his position there, and he's about to engage right here, just around the door. Opens the door and finds the headshot there.
I know exactly where.
Yeah, now he's going to be pushing on through, trying to catch a couple of Team Heroes members out of position, and they get absolutely scouted out. And now Team Mirage starts to pick apart the opposition, and with no one left remaining, they clean up round number 6.
Team Mirage absolutely dominant, as many were expecting. People have been predicting a Team Mirage versus Team Developer final. Of course, Team Mirage and Group A will round out their round-robin matchups today, and tomorrow it will be Group B, essentially the Developers and the BRs. That's what we're looking at for tomorrow.
Yeah, now 6-0 start here for Team Mirage, playing a pretty good defensive side at half, and Team Heroes, they're really starting to think about what are we going to be able to do to crack that armor that is Team Mirage. What do you think that are some of those
My
things
intel is their obstacle.
Well, right now we see Ska's point of view here. Ska had a great game 1. Actually, most of Team Mirage really had a great game 1. It was not necessarily Brax's best game, but AZK and Hiko had a terrific game as well. It was a dominant performance. But like I said, Team 6 kept it competitive. I can definitely see Team 6 making it out of that group going into the playoff. But right here, nice smoke there to block off the entrance to C. Cypher is there and gets one through the smoke. How about that?
Oh, man, and now he's going to still try to pre-fire on through. There is going to be one waiting on the other side, but he's going to have to back away as the angle now is lost to nothing, trying to hold control of this B site, and it's still Team Heroes that are on the rotation, figuring out where it is that they want to go next, as C looks to be an impossible push as Scott defends it with honor.
Smoke's down.
Brim has the ult. will all opt not to use it just yet. He will stay perched. There's the ice baby slowing down the opponents there with the smoke. It is a very hazy room there, and there's the Cypher cage.
Now they try to free fire on through. Hiko with the open frag. Oh my goodness. And now it's a 5v3 as they look to try to push on through onto the B site, but it's still being defended by the Sage Wall. Ska and Brax on the other side find the frag, and Hiko now pushing through. And Ska with the 3K opening up the round once again, 7-0. What a start here for Team Mirage.
So what do you think it is about Team Mirage? It seems like they're winning all of their gunfights. When they are engaging 1v1, it seems like the Mirage players are definitely getting the better of the clicking heads in that situation. But also, like their positioning seems to be really good, particularly on this map. I'm really liking what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, and it's really just the name of the game. It's gathering that sort of information that you need and then acting on it depending on what information you have realistically gathered. And up against Team Mirage, Team Heroes seems to be struggling just a little bit in that department. They have a Cypher. They obviously don't have a Sova, but an open frag coming out from Kephrii as he gets that shot down long, and now they can open things up and
I
push
know
into
exactly
tunnels
where
and
you
begin.
are.
This is not going to look good on A site right now. Yes, the players will be rotating as fast as they can, but that is a menacing group of 5 attacking players slowly but surely making their way to the A site, and they're just going to... Oh, and the Brimstone gets eliminated there.
Yeah, now nothing here, holding that angle onto that site, looking for anyone that peeks around the corner, but they might just safely plant the spike, and the whiff coming up from nothing. He's looking for round number 2, but will the third round be the one that secures the shot? And it won't be, as the Sage Wall goes up, and now Team Mirage needs to figure out a way to break through this front line.
That was a very smart play there to build up that Sage Wall, right, to just block them around. Now he's going to have to rotate all the way around to get back into this one. It's 3-3 now as Ska eliminates Kephrii, and Brax gets a double elimination as well. But that will be it. A defusal right there.
Yeah, Team Mirage winning round number 8. What looked absolutely phenomenal coming out from Team Heroes. They had banana control. They took out that kill with, I believe it was either the Marshal or the Operator. Not exactly sure what Kephrii was running there. But he gets that kill, opens up the A side, able to push on through. Hiko was the only one defending there. The rest of the team slow on the rotation, but still coming out. And like you said earlier, just better at clicking heads.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, Team Mirage, if there was one round to lose so far, it was definitely going to be that one, but somehow they clutched it out. So that really shows their pedigree in this tournament.
Yeah, now Team Heroes, I believe potentially on an eco, as they're completely 5-stacking on C. They will run into Brax and Ska, who will now look to rotate down long and potentially see that Adam's family pushing on through down long, and we'll have to see how they are able to do so. With Ska just looking at his spy cam, a couple of shots through the box, but still no dice.
Some of Omen's lines in this game are very scary. It's like, Cypher, have you looked under my hood? What do you think? Like, it's like really scary. It's like really like out there left field stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna see the push in. Emongg with the kill there onto Scott. Now they look for control of that C site, but still the team is there, and they're ready to lock and load. Brax with the frag. It's traded away, and now with the mow down, AZK on janitor duty as he cleans up with 4.
Oh, the Vandal comes in handy. AZK, thank you very much. I'll take every frag. Well done in round number 9. It's a 9-0 sweep so far for Team Mirage.
Yeah, and usually you go into this tournament, you think about Team Mirage, and you're thinking Brax. But AZK is time and time again, the T1 Invitational, the 100 Thieves Invitational, playing absolutely out of his mind as well, and you have to give credit where credit is due, and AZK is definitely putting on a performance.
And it looks like it's going to be much of the same as well here. Let's see as we get yet another A push here. The blinders are on. Oh, the shot will miss there. Some friendly fire happening there. An A long, and that will be an elimination for Gale out of this round. The wall goes up.
Yeah, they're able to get a resurrection there onto Hiko, I believe, as now he's returned to the party. A 5v4, slow orb and barrier orb, stopping the banana push, and now they're going to slow walk in the moonlight, but that's going to be a flash that comes out, and now they have to think about where did that possibly come from, but they're just going to spray down this barrier orb and look to potentially push in onto A.
You know, you made a good point about Brax earlier. He likes to play Omen, but also Cypher. We haven't seen him play Cypher in this tournament just yet, but we also talked about Jacob and Kevin before us, mentioned that Team Mirage is really playing for the composition, right? You have a Brim Breach combo there. You have Cypher for the information. You have Sage and you have Omen. So that's a great composition that we often see. And so I wonder if we're going to see a switch there. If Brax does get some Cypher time in the song, I got to wonder.
I think it also just depends a little bit on the round and the map. We're obviously on Haven. Maybe he thought Omen was better suited for the situation, but we do have a trade of kills here going on, as now the push for A has commenced. Brax now in rotation, and it's back and forth, but Team Heroes on the losing end of that trade, and now it's all down to Carter as he swings around the corner, but now he's just hoping that he makes it out of this one alive. He's got the spike, he's turning things around, got the Bulldog in tow, but Brax says, not today, and takes him down with the headshot.
6 seconds left in the round, had no choice whatsoever, could not rotate, not enough time. Make it a 10 spot, 10-0 for Team Mirage over Team Heroes. Wow.
Yeah, you have to wonder how Team Heroes is working with their economy now at this point. It's either in shambles or they've been saving for the past couple of rounds to hopefully maybe use this round as the catapult to hopefully put a couple of rounds on the board. But if we continue at this rate, it'll be a 12-0 first half, which is very scary for Team Heroes.
Yeah, no kidding. I feel like Team Heroes felt like they were investing their money wisely, and then the stock market crashed.
Well, they definitely maybe should have invested a couple of stocks into Team Mirage, because maybe that would have been a little bit more helpful. But we do see that they are trying to push in onto B-side. A pretty aggressive push coming out from Kephrii. He actually makes his way over into Link, and now nothing is there waiting. Brax on the flank gets a kill onto Boostio, and they're open wide. Nothing says, come into my open arms, and they just absolutely decimate the opposition. And now Kephrii, the last one remaining.
Did you see that patience from nothing, though? We saw the peak, and he waited. He said, no, this isn't my optimal time to shoot. He waited for the full peak in order to get that frag. That was very well done. Nice patience exhibited there, and now it's 11-0.
Yeah, last final round here of the half, and Team Heroes looks to put one round on the board. If that's one thing that their goal needs to be in this at the end of this half, they have the orbital strike available from Brimstone and the resurrection available from Sage, which means that they can kind of play around with a couple of takes or push through a little bit. They've got obviously some economy. We see the Vandal here on Gale. We'll have to see if they're going to be able to execute, but let's see as the round starts things off.
So now it's a little bit more of a mid push right now. A couple of them are up in that heaven site around B.
Smoke's down.
Spike carrier going back and forth. This is a very patient round. They're just waiting it out. They're playing chess. Definitely checkers. This is a little bit more chess right now.
Yeah, and Team Mirage trying to gather a little bit of information, and I like what they're doing here on the B site. They're playing a little bit further back to try to get the opposition to push on into them. They want Team Heroes to come to them. They're saying, hey, we are prepared for the gunfights. Why don't you bring it over to us, and we'll see how it goes. Ska here, as you can see, literally pushing down long, finds two. Boostio and Gale sent back to the loading screen, and now Hiko trying to find a couple of kills here for himself as well, but there's nobody in his vicinity. He's just throwing out a couple of spells and abilities here. Ska finds a third, and they are now just starting to fall apart. Team Heroes still trying to push through into C short, but now nothing will rotate over, and Hiko will finish things up with the last frag.
And so now it's going to be a 12-0 sweep as they switch sides. And now it's only going to be one round needed for Team Mirage. A majestic performance here against the Overwatch pros and casters. And you got to wonder, this will essentially book their ticket into the elimination rounds. And with what we've seen from the developers, and remember, the developers play tomorrow against Team Llama, Team Canyon, and Team Battlegrounds. Those are pros from Fortnite, PUBG, and Apex Legends, respectively. They could be on a collision course, and that's what people have been saying all along, Simo.
Yeah, and you have to wonder what that collision course will look like. Will it be a couple of bumps and bruises, or will it be a full-on head-on collision? What we'll have to see is now Team Heroes are going to try to defend this push here coming out from Team Mirage. It's already a kill that's traded away back and forth. As now they're holding on to this B site for dear life, and Team Mirage look to flank away and now try their attempts at Seashore.
See, that's some expert level right there. They knew that there was action happening at B. They decided, you know what? We don't need to stick around here. Let's rotate on over. C looks great this time of day.
And Boostio, actually, he finds 3. Oh my goodness. But now it's just down to AZK. He is on that C site, and we've seen him clutch things out time and time again. And he's just trying to make things work. He's going to heal himself up a little bit. The spike is in his hand. He's faking the plant, and the headshot not going to connect. And Team Heroes on the round for number 1. And it's 12-1 now for Team Heroes.
The streak is over!
And now,
anyway.
at least for 1 round. And well, you have to say though that especially when it comes to these rounds, especially in the beginning of a half, the first 2 rounds are economy for both teams. They're both just gonna buy pistols. Some cases they will buy submachine guns or maybe even some LMGs if they're feeling a little spicy. The Odin or the Ares might help break down a couple of those barrier orbs, but for the most part, we do see the judge coming out here for Carter. They are pulling out all the stops to try to stay in this game.
And to be fair, Team 6 was very successful against Team Mirage in the opening 2 rounds, those pistol rounds, the saving rounds. They went up 2-0 there, and that really set the tone there for the rest of the matchup, and Team Mirage needing to play a little bit of catch-up here, and that's exactly essentially what we're seeing here. Team Heroes may be able to clutch out another round here, but when we get into those later rounds, when everybody has full buys, that's when we see the prowess of Team Mirage.
And it's already the prowess that is starting to show face as one from Team Heroes has been taken away. That's Hiko on that other side of the map, taking out that lurking Phoenix, the pesky lurking Phoenix. And now they still try to push in onto this B site, or they're just gathering a little bit of information, seeing out where Team Heroes might be situated. But now there's going to be a little bit of information gathering as they look to find who's on that A site.
Nothing decides, wants to throw a couple smokes down. There is a Brimstone mirror matchup about to happen at A. Meanwhile, AZK will be shooting at B. And there is a Sage at B as well. We'll go back to safety, and here's Emongg.
Yeah, he's just
waiting.
He's trying to hold things down here. He's got the Spectre in tow, ready to lock and load. Carter able to find a kill onto AZK. Big crucial member taken down, and now it's a 4v3 as they're dissuaded from pushing onto B, but that's where the spike is located. Fault line going to be used here to try to get a little bit of CC going, but it's not going to connect with anybody. Carter just holding on here, healing his team as well. The judge is ready to get locked and loaded in the firefight through the cloudburst as they try to defuse the spike. Oh my goodness! And now that's going to be a couple of kills that come on the board here for Team Heroes, and they find the last one in Boostio, taking down Hiko, and yet another round for Team Heroes.
I mean, cue the comeback, never in doubt, right? We're going 12-12, we're going sudden death. Give them both 5K right now, it's fine.
Yeah, well, they're
not with me, Simo? You're not with me on
no,
that?
this is the dream. This is 2 rounds deep, and the dream is definitely the story of Team Heroes. They have now bought themselves maybe a better weapon selection than they had previous, and they're ready to lock and load. But if you have to think about it, that was definitely potentially Team Mirage's eco as well, so they might be locked and loaded as well.
Yeah, this is really where Team Mirage is going to shine. This might be a quick round, especially after those last 2 rounds. Team Mirage might be saying, all right, we're back to normal now. Let's see what you got now. And it looks like a little bit of a scattering. Might be another B push there. Spike's on the ground. And Sage will pick it up. And there's 4 at mid, and again that Brimstone playing decoy at A, but it'll be Brimstone will be met by Jet this time around.
Yeah, Kephrii there laying in wait.
Wrong.
Yeah, but Kephrii there laying in wait for any Team Mirage member to peek around the corner, but they're still doing their due diligence, peeking on through sewers, holding that banana angle. They're just waiting to see if anyone is on that site. I don't presume that it'll be a C rotation anytime soon. Once they gather the information that they need, or they get the open frags that they need, they will decide where it is that they want to go. But right now, it's a pretty big arsenal ready to lock and load on this A site. Brax finds the open kill onto Carter, and now the party begins as AZK swings around the corner and finds Kephrii, and now a 3v5 looking grim for Team Heroes. Shots through the smoke, curveball coming out as well, but Brax is able to find Emongg amongst the chaos, and now a 2v5.
Oh, this is not good right now for Team Heroes. Here's Boostio. Rotating to C, may not very well like what he finds. Sees it with the ult, though, knows exactly where they are, but one by one, you're going to have to engage in a...
Oh my gosh! That was close! Good effort there. Very good effort. Not enough, though, so Team Mirage will take the victory 13-2.